Hey there, Cards fans. Wanted to give a big special shout out before the video began to Rep Louisville at Twitter for becoming the newest co-creator slash graphic design artist for the show. Want you guys to go in the link below and show him some love. Also, wanted to thank Adonis Boone for coming out on the show and telling us what he's been up to since the pandemic. Hope you guys enjoy. Today on the show we have Adonis Boone. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Adonis, thank you for coming out on the show. So you said you're down there in Daytona Beach at your girlfriend's house, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. One of the things I kind of wanted to do was kind of talk to you about what's been going on with Louisville football and what your thoughts are on this football season going forward. Now, one of my first questions is, what was your favorite uniform from this past season that you were able to play in?
The Ali's, man.
The Ollies.
I say the Ali's, but in the bowl game with the Music City Bowl patch, that red and black, it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, it really was. I was there at that game, rooting for you guys. Um,
Mhm.
so your top one is the Ollie, and then second up would be the Music City Bowl, black, red, and black. All
Mhm.
right, perfect. So so you've been working with Dwayne Ledford now for going on your second year. What do you think so far about Coach Ledford?
He's a great coach and an amazing person. Aside from anything, like I feel like he really takes the family aspect of football and tries to really emphasize that. So that's what I really love about Coach Led. And he took
Well,
the time out to make sure we all learn our technique and get it right. So I appreciate him.
is he kind of a funny guy? Does he like to joke around, or is he just serious straight up front?
He a funny guy. You might think he's serious, but he is a funny guy.
He's a funny guy. Yeah, no, he came off pretty funny. Now, how is Miss Ledford? Now, Miss Ledford's cookies are supposedly supposed to be fantastic, phenomenal, and that's supposed to be the little hidden secret of what kind of made the success for the football team this year. Is that true?
Yes. Like me personally, like I don't eat a lot of sweets, but Miss Meredith cookies, every time I go over there every Thursday, they're amazing. Like I never had nothing like that before. Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, that's hopefully one day we can all get the recipe and we can try making it at home. So
For real.
yeah. Now, this season, you're actually going to potentially be the starter, replacing Mekhi Becton, who is going to the NFL draft. And you personally know Mekhi very well, playing with him for 3 years. Now, how have you been preparing for this during this pandemic? Have you been working on gaining a little bit more weight, building more muscle tone, or has it just been just overall working on technique?
Overall, well, I could say I've been working on everything. I would say trying to maintain. Right now, I'm at 305, so I'm trying to maintain that and gradually get to 310. But mostly muscle, and then technique. I just need to continue to work my technique and flexibility, and I feel like I'll be fine.
Now, well, that's good to hear that you're trying to work on getting a little bit heavier to 310. Now, what do you currently stand at?
Stan, I'm 6'5".
6'5". That's really tall. Now, what do you think about some of the new arrivals coming in who practice with you during early spring practice? Um, Trevor Reed and let's see, I think Timothy Lawson, I believe, came in as well.
Kobe Baines. Trevor Reed isn't
Oh,
here yet. He
oh,
didn't come to
Trevor.
spring.
Oh, oh, he didn't.
It
Okay,
was, it was Kobe Baines and Tim Lawson.
Tim Lawson. What do you think about Tim Lawson so far and Kobe Bain?
Tim Lawson, I feel like they both have a lot of potential. They both have a high ceiling. So
Mhm.
I'm excited to help them play a part in helping them reach that. Especially with Kobe and Tim, just seeing them. Because I was in their shoes before, and I wanted somebody to be able to guide me throughout college and
Mhm.
help me get to where I need to be. So I'll be there for those boys.
Well, that's good that you're going to be there for them and be a mentor down the way. If you now let me ask you kind of a hypothetical. If you have a breakout year this year, do you plan on staying for your senior year and graduating, or would you try and go off to the NFL draft just like Mackay?
I want to graduate.
Go on,
I want to get my
graduate.
degree. Yes, sir.
Well, that's very important, especially now in the in these days. College degree can go a long way. Um, So, what about your teammates who work with you day to day? Now, there's been some chatter that Renato Brown and Zach Williamson are probably going to be potentially starters up front with, I believe, Robbie Bell and you. What can you say about your teammates? Is there anyone specific that might stand out on O line that you've really noticed has really stepped up over the past season?
Over the past season, I would say like Caleb Chandler, like he's been a starter
Mm-hmm.
last season and obviously this upcoming season. Caleb Chandler, he's a really great player. Cole Bentley, really great player. Robbie Bell and
Mm-hmm.
Renato, like this past spring, like I've seen a different type of player come out. Like he's reaching his potential. I feel like Renato is like in high school when you're comfortable, you that dog on the team. I feel like Renato is starting to bring his dog out, and I'm excited to see it.
Well, that's awesome. Now, what are your now? Do you expect college football to be on this season? Now, I know a lot of people have been speculating that college football may or may not happen.
I definitely believe, or I 100% believe that we will have a football season. I don't know when or if it'll get pushed back, but I believe we will play. And when we do play, I know my team will be ready.
Mm-hmm. Now, well, that's good to know that your team will be ready. So, one of the things I'm going to ask is, what hobbies outside of football do you have?
Hobbies?
Mm-hmm.
I don't do nothing but work out, man.
Work
Work
out.
out. Yeah, work out. That's it.
Well, then let me ask you this: do you love working out your chest? Are you a legs guy? Are you an arms guy? Like, what's your favorite day to work out? Seeing as how you got like legs, chest, arms. Like, is there a particular day you look forward to?
I take pride in my arms, man. I get like on Mondays it's bench day. When it's time to bench, I take pride in it.
You take pride in it. I'm glad that you take pride in your arms and that and it really does show. I remember watching you at the Music City Bowl and you were doing phenomenal job. Um, so I got to ask, and this is just to kind of appease some of the console gods out there, but if you did play Xbox or PlayStation, which one would it be?
PlayStation.
PlayStation. All right. So Javion Hawkins has probably just kind of convinced you to come over to the PlayStation.
Something like that.
What was your thoughts about seeing the new PlayStation 5 controller, kind of having that white, black, and blue?
It reminded me of an Xbox controller, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very true. A lot of people were doing side-by-side comparisons of the PlayStation and the Xbox, and they look very similar, except for the key button layout. But I'm very excited to see in the next couple months whenever they're going to reveal the PS5. And the nice part is that it's still actually staying at a $400 price range, as opposed to the Xbox, which is jumping up to I think almost $800.
That's why I'm staying away.
A lot of your teammates have been posting on social media them pushing cars up hills. And what have you been pushing cars up hills as well?
Yes, sir.
How's that been? Has it just been kind of awkward, just pushing hills or pushing cars up a hill?
I mean, like I remember in high school, like on the field, my coach would have his pickup truck on the field, and one of our stations we had to push his truck around the field for 30 seconds straight. So it's fun going back to that. Like, it's not fun being here on the quarantine, having to stay home, but with that being our improvisation and having us do that, it's fun.
Well,
Pushing
I'm
trucks.
well, I'm glad it's fun pushing a truck. I haven't pushed a truck in a long time, and honestly, I'm trying to avoid people right now. And one of the things that I'm very curious about is, has anyone stopped and kind of looked at you and asked if you had car troubles while you were
Um,
pushing it?
no, I go to like a secluded place,
Oh, okay.
so nobody really bothers me.
Almost like a Zen garden. You go there and you just push cars. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that sounds like a pretty good workout. Now, how's your family been during this pandemic?
My family has been well. My mom is actually a nurse, so I'm just praying for her every day that she stays safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, nurses are the backbone of our society, and this pandemic is really bringing out the importance of nurses, doctors, and overall, assistant nurses. So your mom's a nurse, and we'll be praying for her that she stays safe as well. What have you and your girlfriend been staying 6 feet apart? not going to the grocery store, or I guess you guys got Publix down there in Florida. How's that been?
Well, actually, I haven't been to Publix since I've been down here, since after spring break. But I've been going to Walmart, but we wear our masks and gloves, and that's about it. We've been trying, like, before they closed the weight rooms, we were in a weight room, but we were staying away from other people. So it's just been me and her. Like, even my old teammates call me to work out. I'm like, I'm straight. I work out on my own.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you guys are wearing masks, staying safe out there. Now, coming up on, I believe it's September 3rd, which will be, so September 3rd, you guys open with NC State at home. Now, as bad as NC State played last season, now there was a lot of issues. People had injuries. How do you expect this year to go? Do you expect to have a great home opener this year around?
I expect us to have an amazing home opener. NC State is a great team. We are a great team as well, but I know we will come out well prepared.
Well, I'm glad that you're going to be prepared and come out well, and I really hope that college football comes out a little bit sooner. So is there any coach that has really stood out to you that you've kind of noticed outside of outside of Coach Ledford that you can say has kind of really made an impact? It could be Gunter Brewer.
Coach Brewer, like he's a character, man. I feel like he's a really great coach. Like, obviously, I'm not inside of their meeting rooms, but I feel like he brings out the best in our wide receivers, and obviously the production shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Coach Brewer, he loves Bojangles. It's something that I see constantly on Twitter, and it really surprises me how much how big of a social media guy he is. Because it just there's a lot of coaches out there who just avoid social media, but he's on there repping Bojangles, just constantly trying to get them to sponsor Louisville. Now, one of the last question I wanted to ask was, what do you think? Now, Mike Siriago has been sending out different workout instructions, I guess, via email packets or maybe on a private server that he's allowing you guys to access. How's Mike Siriago been in encouraging you guys to work out? Is there daily expectations that he wants you to meet and record and have you send to him, or what's been going on with that?
We have accountability groups. It's like a small group of us, maybe a group of 5 in each group message. And we all you send via text message or via social media. Mm-hmm. You record a video or take a photo of you working out. And you explain to him what you're doing. Say if he send out, like we have Monday through Friday workouts set out. We send them each day. And he tells us to make sure we send pictures or videos, either text or social media. And when we send them, it's worth 50 points towards we have like little teams, like we all divided into teams. And we have a head captain and a co-captain, and they each part of, like, I want to say 6 different teams. Mm-hmm. And every time we send a workout video, that's 50 points towards the team. So we're all competing in some type of way with these workout videos. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good to know that there's an accountability and that there's actually a motive driver behind working out, as opposed to just sending you a packet and telling you, hey, record every once in a while, And so what's the prize at the end, whose ever team wins?
It's funny because we just got off a team meeting about it. They're not telling us who in the league right now, but when we get back, whoever is in the league gets a prize when we get back. He didn't say what kind of prize or what. He said it's a surprise.
Well, yeah, that's good that you get a surprise, but be sure to post on social media if you guys win and let us know what you get.
Yes, sir.
So I just thought of one last question I wanted to ask. Has Scott Satterfield kind of shown you guys any type of new type of uniforms coming out this season that might be a big kind of surprise for the fans, or talked about something like that, having some in the works?
Not yet, but hope so.
You're hoping?
That'll be nice.
I'll be sure to tag Scott Satterfield to make sure that he can, he hears that, so that way he can tell you guys, and maybe on another talk, we can be able to maybe disclose some information about new uniforms or new helmets. But for the most part, Adonis, I truly appreciate you coming out on the show, and I'm really going to be looking forward to being able to buy your jersey here soon. But Adonis, thank you for joining me on Cardinal Craze, and hope you have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.
Go Cards.
Go Cards.